The towering Inferno.
He's got a little bit of a reach and height advantage.
In a division that is super hot.
Well, the three champions is Crawford, Fundora, and Murtazaliev, isn't it?
Ortiz beats him easier than Crawford, weirdly.
So I look at even the fight against Tim Tszyu, and if Tim Tszyu doesn't get that cut, Tim Tszyu beats him quite handily, I think.
He does put his combinations together well, Fundora, to be fair to him.
Welcome back to BoxCast. In this episode, we're going to look at the upcoming fight between Sebastian Fundora and Chordale Booker, taking place on the 22nd of March 2025 at the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas, USA. Start with a tale of the tape. So Sebastian Fundora has 21 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. He's had 23 fights in total, 13 wins by KO. He's age 27. He's 6'6", which is 197 centimeters. It's an approximately 80-inch reach, 203 centimeters. Sounds like a heavyweight, but it's actually at super welterweight, which is 154 pounds, 70 kilos. And he fights out of a southpaw stance. And Chordale Booker has 23 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws. So 24 fights in total, 11 wins by KO. He's age 33. He's 5'9", 175 centimeters, and a 70-inch reach, 178 centimeters. And he also fights out of a southpaw stance, which is unusual for any fight, but a world title one as well. And this is for the WBC World Super Welterweight Championship and the WBO World Junior Middleweight Championship. Both the belts held by Sebastian Fundora. Simon?
The towering Inferno.
Yes, the towering Inferno. He's got a little bit of a reach and height advantage. 10 inches and like...
Is it weird though?
Yeah,
Don't
they're
rate
both nearly 10, 9 and 10.
Fundora that much?
I don't either, really.
In a division,
I like him because he's a nice guy, but...
In a division that is super hot.
Yeah.
He's about the weakest, I'd say, in the top 10. Would you agree?
Probably. It's hard to argue against the point.
Crawford.
Yeah, obviously.
Ortiz Jr.
Madrimov, Murtazaliev, Bohachuk, Conwell, Ramos, Zayos, Tim Tszyu. Obviously beat him, but like he's out of it now. But
Tim Tszyu should retire.
So if you take the other 9, yep. And there's probably some people I'm missing there. So
Murtazaliev.
Yeah, I said him. Yep. Well, even if you look at the 4 champions in it, well, the 3 champions is Crawford, Fundora, and Murtazaliev, isn't it? But Madrimov and Bochuk are epic. Ortiz Jr.'s beat both of them. He's the Murtazaliev. Just to put this in, I think Ortiz Jr. have turned down the fight against Murtazaliev because he's had 2 tough fights. They wanted a 3rd one, which, yeah. So it tells you about Murtazaliev. So, yeah.
Murtazaliev's a danger man in this division.
Yeah.
Seriously, the danger man in this division. But anyway, back to Fundora Booker. I think this is...
So Booker's just to get the loss. Booker's loss was against Austin Williams.
Williams, who fought last night, funnily enough, as we're making this video.
And he...
knocked him out on a round.
Yeah, so he's quite well. I think his loss was to Hamza Shiraz. So, yeah. But yeah, so he's not like, he's got quite a good record other than that. But I don't think there's loads of hype. And that was when...
I get the feeling that because Fundora's been out the ring since the Tim Tszyu fight.
Oh, God.
And it's pissed me off that he's been out the ring that far and haven't.
Well, I think they've tried to they had a bit of, because of the injuries, I think they had to recover. They were banned or whatever it is. What is it to do? They get
6 months or whatever.
Yeah,
but
so
I don't
6 months anyway for that. And then I think it was trying to get the fights, because there was talk of, at the time, Errol Spence, who hasn't, we've said about Errol Spence, so we won't go in there, who's essentially should be retired. And then I think the others have got going in their fights, and he's sort of been left out the party.
Yeah, I get the feeling that this is, right, he needs a fight.
A warm-up fight.
Let's pick a reasonable name without too much risk.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, yes, he is 6'6", and he is going to cause people problems with that height. But the likes of an Ortiz are just going to absolutely steamroll him.
Yeah.
Crawford. Do you know what? Ortiz beats him easier than Crawford, weirdly.
Yeah, because I think
because of the styles.
Yeah.
Murtazaliev, again, steamrolls him. Unfortunately for Fundora.
The problem with Fundora is it's hard to hate him. Because, like, both him and his sister, and there's a nice story, both of them are, like, I think his sister's now Gabriella's undisputed champion. And him, if you listen to him, it's so nice. And his story's fantastic.
I hope he proves me wrong.
I look at his box, I look at even the fight against Tim Tszyu, and if Tim Tszyu doesn't get that cut, Tim Tszyu beats him quite handily, I think. He got into the fight, but it was mainly after basically Tim Tszyu couldn't see. And then if you see Tim Tszyu's performances against the people afterwards, like in Murtazaliev and in...
which I predicted.
Yeah. Then it's hard... I
mean, don't get me... Yeah, styles make fights.
Yeah.
I just don't see Fundora lasting with these top guys. I don't think he's fought the top... He hasn't fought anyone of, like, top level. People
he got beat by Brian Mendoza, although, to be fair, he was winning on all the scorecards. He was basically one-sided on the scorecards. One judge gave him one round, and then he's been knocked down, and then he hasn't...
do you know what? I bet you all his fights are like that. He's always ahead on scorecards. Look at the size of him.
Yeah.
He's just going to put his hand on your head, isn't he? Go on, try and hit me. Try and hit me. Try and hit me. I think he takes care of Booker.
So I think he's at good level of opponents, and this is again that level. It's a good opponent, but not like you said. It's a safe. I think he needs that little warm up, but he needs to put on a good performance.
Yeah, and then he needs the big fight because people are going to start coming after him.
Yeah,
and I think it's going to be Ortiz Jr.
Yeah. I think that's what Ortiz Jr. is waiting, because I think Ortiz, like, let's not be cynical. And I'm a fan of Ortiz Jr., so I'm not putting him down. He's looked at the thing, Murtazaliev or Fundora. Fundora's got 2 belts. Murtazaliev's got 1. And which one would I rather fight? All right, one is the Towering Inferno, but I think I've got more chance against him. And I don't want to go Madrimov, Boachuk, and have like 3 nightmare fights. I think I've got more chance against Fundora. And I think his style would suit it, because he's got that come forward going.
And Fundora, and maybe it's his size, but he looks like he punches very slow, doesn't he?
I think he's better than, like, he is good.
He is better than...
But for his size, he isn't a power punching person. Like,
but he's not going to be 6'6" at, like, middleweight.
Yeah. And...
Beanstalk.
Yeah. So there's some like that are told that pack a punch, like Hamza Shiraz or Co, who've got, like...
Yeah, Fundora.
I don't think Fundora's that. No. Fundora is a boxer, and like you said, it's
don't get me.
Keep him at the end of the jab.
I think he has
got
his
jab is
power.
like 3 miles long.
I think he has got. He has got some power.
But like, and I think if you're looking at like that, that's you wouldn't want to fight any of the others. He'd be the one you'd want to pick, and you're getting 2. You've got the opportunity to fight for 2 belts.
But like I say, he could prove us all wrong and take care of all of them. With his size and height.
Well, he's got the physical advantage.
Yeah. But we've seen that before. Physical advantage sometimes means diddly squat. Look what... Adji Kabayel, perfect example. Yeah. Look what he's done to the 6'7" monsters he's come up against.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's in this division, because they're all stacked. I think they're all capable of boxing or fighting, and they're all tough nuts that get past, isn't it? I mean, you just look at it and it's like stacked.
Do you give Booker a chance?
Yeah. I think Fundora's the favourite.
Give me the case for Booker. Knockout or points?
Points, because his record of knockouts is worse than Fundora's. But because I think you can outbox him. Like we said, you look at some of Fundora's punches and they look slow. I mean, yeah, he is quicker than what he looks. And he can be lungering. But if I look at like basically what Tim Tszyu was doing before he got injured, before he's got eye things, if you box smart and you're quick hand and in and out quick, if you can get in range, I think you can build up the points advantage and build up a point. Beat him on points. If you've got a good engine, which I think Booker has, although he is older, you've got enough experience to be able to work it out, and you can box. I think he can do that. I just don't think he's high enough level of that. I think he's a tough fight, but not high enough for where Fundora's. It's not the top world class elite level, which a lot of the other fighters are. And I think Fundora is world class. So I think he's just below. But I could see him giving him a tough... we've had a few of these where we've given it one way and the other guys come up in it. So I think Booker's got a good chance. I think it's like 60-40 in favour of Fundora. So it's not like...
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to get you going. You give me yours and I want to look at the bet.
I just don't think Booker's going to be able to get close to Fundora, to be fair.
Yeah, if he can get inside, there's a case to be made.
Yeah.
If he can't, if Fundora keeps him at the end...
I just think Fundora will keep him at bay.
Yeah, I think I'm favouring Fundora. It's 1-14 on for Fundora and 5-1 against for Chordale.
Yeah.
Booker. Which is probably about right. Or maybe I'm probably a bit closer than that, but yeah. No, I favour Fundora and I want him to do, and then I'd like to see him fight against that's like an Ortiz or whoever it is. And he may surprise them, beat them, and then you go, yeah, right, you are worth it.
No, and that's what I'm saying.
And I don't think you could make a case for him because of all the things he's got.
Like I say, that's what I'm saying.
And he's relatively young,
if I'm sitting here
so he can improve a fair bit.
Yeah. If I'm sitting here in 9 months' time saying Fundora's...
He's the undisputed champion.
Great. You've proved me wrong.
Yeah. No, I like him. Like I said, I love the story. I like both him and his sister are both really good. And his sister's managed to pull it off, even against where you wouldn't have thought there. And then, like, he's got bits to his game. If you can put them together, that, you could see him winning.
I just think he takes care of Booker.
Yeah. What's your sort of... I'm saying 60-40. You think wider?
Yeah, I think he knocks him out.
Okay.
Or it gets stopped, like by referee or the call.
I can see getting stopped.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I just don't see... I think Booker's going to run out of ideas pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I think Fundora's just going to be too accurate with his jab. And he does put his combinations together well, Fundora, to be fair to him.
Behind the jab, he
puts really,
well. He did that to Tszyu. Once he got a little bit of advantage, then
he puts combinations together well. Really, really well. And he's got like devastating power, but he's got like a thudding punch that,
he's got enough to keep you awake.
It lasts, that you've been it, basically. Yeah. So yeah, I think he stops Booker.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I think Fundora on points.
Okay.
But I could see him wearing them out.
Yeah, I think
Booker getting frustrated, then doing something reckless, and then getting either caught or, like you said, stopped. I think by the 10th round or something like that.
I think it's going to go till the 8th.
Okay. I could see it being a bit like the Booker might give him a go at the beginning because Fundora sometimes they start a bit slowly. But then I think Fundora will get on top and will keep him on jabs range. And Booker will try a few things that might get a little bit of like traction, but then Fundora will,
I want to see Nick Ball versus Fundora.
Yeah. That'd be fantastic. 5'2" versus 6'6". Be hilarious. You know, I don't think that's that a bad fight. Because I don't think Fundora's got devastating power, so he can bully him on like power. And Ball's power is pretty good.
Yeah, but
I think
they're
that
like 5 weight divisions apart. Mate.
Yeah, it'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I think Booker, like you say, give it a go for the first couple of rounds, but I think Fundora's jab, and once he gets his combinations going, I think he just takes care of Booker.
Yeah.
And puts in a great performance, and glad to have him back.
Yeah.
I don't like it when fighters are not fighting. It properly annoys me.
Especially him, when he's like 27.
Like he
needs
belt world
experience to
champion.
get better, and then you look at that division, which we've said.
He's red hot.
It's like to not have the fight would just be a travesty.
Yeah.
All right, Crawford does whatever he does. He goes, all right, that wouldn't be the guy I'd want to fight out of all of them anyway. And if Canelo goes and he's jumped 2 divisions, he wins that. I think he's leaving anyway. I don't think he's got his 3-weight undisputed thing or whatever happens in that fight. That's a video for another time, conversation for another time when it gets closer. But Ortiz Jr., I think at the moment is the top of the rest of that pile. Closely followed by Murtazaliev and maybe, equal. Although I think Murtazaliev, not by us, but I think by others, is underrated a bit. Or underappreciated, I think. And then you've got Madrimov probably and Boachuk. That'd be a great fight between them two. And, then maybe a Fundora. And then, and then there's a few after as well. I think Tim Zoo's going to have a fight.
Shut
to
up
come
about
back
Tim Zoo. Tim
against
Zoo's
Spencer.
done.
Well, it's only because we're making a video about Tim Zoo. So it's against Spencer, which will be in...
Tim Zoo's done.
In the 6th of April.
Told you he'd get smashed up. I was right. And this is why...
But we'll
yes,
see if
I
we can
rate
get back.
Murtazaliev, but I didn't rate Tim Zoo, so that's why I knew Murtazaliev was just going to take care of him. So don't... Just because Murtazaliev took care of Tim Zoo handily.
Yeah, but would you not have him like that? Take Crawford out. Who do you think's the best in the division? Ortiz Jr. On current, like...
I wasn't a fan of Ortiz Jr., but after his performance against Madrimov...
Well, I think both of them against Boachuk and Madrimov,
He
considering how
impressed me.
tough they are, I think, he's the
He
real
really
deal. I wasn't
impressed
sure
me.
he was the real deal. I think he might be, and
No,
especially
he's,
what happened to Tim Zoo, you thought, is he in the hype job?
No, he's
But
not.
he isn't. And
He's a
that's no disrespect to Madrimov and
horrible
Boachuk.
bastard.
Yeah, and if you think how tough they are to fight against, and he's got through both of them.
Yeah.
And that's why I think he's the highest of the list. And then I would have Murtazaliev, because I think, you can downplay Tim Zoo, but he's still where he was. I think Murtazaliev's performance
I think just the way he took care
that
of Tim
good.
Zoo was just...
it was that
superb,
good
wasn't it?
that
No one saw it coming apart from me.
Yeah, apart from
I
Simon.
think I was
Credit to Simon.
the
We're not
only
worthy, Simon. We're
person
not
in
worthy.
the world.
Yeah, who gave Murtazaliev like that? He's going to smash him.
So, yeah. No,
So watch our video on
I
it.
do-
If you
I
need
do-
to confirm it, watch our video on it.
I do agree with you.
I would have him number 2. Because on here, if you got the ring list, it's basically Crawford, all right, we're taking him out. Ortiz, Madrimov, Murtazaliev, Fundora, and Boachuk. Then Tim Zoo, Conwell, Ramos, and Zayas. I would have Ortiz, Murtazaliev, and then put the others in, probably Madrimov and Boachuk, and then Fundora. But I think but there's a few fights there that I do. And I think Ortiz would probably fancy this chance. Although maybe not so good a fight for Fundora because he hasn't got a belt. So it might make him more sense to fight Murtazaliev. But I think Murtazaliev might be...
We shall find out.
Yeah.
Good luck, Fundora. I do hope you do it.
Yeah.
I do. Unfortunately, Buck, I'm not giving you much of a chance.
Well, I did, but yeah. It could be quicker anyway because I think Fundora's capable and with his size advantage, if he uses it, he should be able to take care of Booker. I think it'll be because he's going to have a bit of ring rust. I think Booker will give it back.
possibly.
And then if he doesn't fade and carries on, I think Fundora takes care of business on point. So what did you say?
I'm going for an 8th round KO or
For
stoppage.
Fundora.
For
Stoppage
of
Fundora.
some description.
Fundora. Yeah. And then, We want to see the fights being made, and that division is a
Yes,
stacked division. There's a
please.
lot of good fighters, and even some below that. Ones we haven't mentioned, there's quite a good set of fights to be made there, especially if Crawford gets out the way. Then that division's open for somebody to be the king of the division, or two kings of the division, or princes of the division, or whatever. Yep. Let us know what your thoughts. Are we underrating Booker? Are we overrating Fundora, or are we underrated Fundora as well? What do you think? And who are the hot people? Let us know in the comments who you think are the hot guys. What's your ranking of those guys in the division of super welterweight?
Come on, Ortiz fans. He beat Crawford, you know he does.
So, and Crawford fans, let us know what you think of that. And we shall see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, comment, and all the usual goodness. And we'll see you then in the next episode. Take care.